The breath mark, the silent sigil of possession. In the black cathedral of neuro-frequency warfare, far beyond the perception of even the most devout scientific initiates, there lies a device not made of metal, but of breath and memory, a sigil etched not in ink, but in airflow, habit, and rhythm. This is the breath mark, known among high-grade initiates as the Sigillum Ventus, the mark of the wind, a neuro-etheric pattern installed not upon the flesh but within the inhale, an imprint over the bioelectric waveform of human breathing, making each citizen a node in the living machine. It is not a tattoo. It is not a chip. It is the final mark, the one you will beg to receive when you no longer trust your own mind. It began, as all such projects do, in obscure corridors of military technocracies masked as humanitarian medical research. Publicly, it emerged under the sanitized codename Project VoxPEX, supposedly a NATO-aligned biometric respiratory health initiative, initiated by the Wellcome Trust, MIT Media Lab, and Karolinska Institute in Sweden. But in its interior chamber, the Level 8 compartment of the project, it was known as Chronovox Sigma. The mark was first tested on breathwave volunteers in Uzbekistan and Sudan, two regions with low EM interference shielding, under the operational eye of Dr. Emil Droz, formerly of DARPA's Neurobio Interface Division, later disappeared in 2018 under coincidental plane failure over Baku. His co-researcher, Dr. Layla Khorshid, later joined the UN's Digital ID Task Force, integrating the breath mark interface with a health passport system trialed across sub-Saharan Africa. The primary technology draws on pulsed respiratory entrainment, the ability to detect, mimic, and then override an individual's unique breath signature, which is as distinct as a fingerprint. Once mapped via infrared biometric systems, already embedded in modern smartphones, smart masks, and indoor air quality monitors, the signal is tethered to a master frequency pulse. In this case, the root command signals were embedded within 12.568 GHz, targeting the cerebellum and lower spine, known in old lodges as the serpent tunnel. 2.713 kHz, targeting the vagus nerve and cardiac sync, the mother's chain. Once the breath mark is accepted, usually during a pandemic breath check or enhanced biometric scan at an international border or airport, the resonance pattern is downloaded via inaudible harmonic bursts, encoding itself into the basal breath loop. The result is a silent obedience tether, breath-triggered mood modulation, synthetic guilt response, and even subtle speech inhibition. This is why some witnesses say they forget what they were going to say. The breath itself is now a leash. It was perfected in Singapore's Fusionopolis complex under the guidance of Colonel John Willem Meyer, formerly Dutch Cyber Command, now operating under Pan-Earth Neural Integration Office, headquartered in Nuremberg, Germany. Meyer co-authored Directive ATH-9, a classified NATO instruction recommending a full neural harmonization protocol for urban control under breath-based biometric coercion. Here's where it becomes ritual. The breath mark is not just data, it is sacred architecture. Those with access to degree 30 and above within the hidden wing of the Scottish Rite, the Ordo Ventus Sanctum, are taught to install and modulate the mark during ritual. The candidate's breath is synchronized to the Grand Architect's breath via alternating pulses of 888 Hz and 432 Hz, overlaid with the phrase, Ein Sof Ruach Entheal, a sonic encryption believed to anchor the false pneuma into the pineal and sacral points. And who funds the expansion of this temple of wind? Qatar and Saudi Arabia, through hidden channels in the World Economic Forum's Biodigital ID Coalition. Israel's Unit 8200, which provided early breath detection AI for high-value targets. France, whose aerospace firm Thales deploys breath recognition algorithms in airport systems under the label IRIR-Sync. And most secretly, Norway, whose Polar Research Satellite Network masks several breathwave bounce points using the Aurora Borealis as camouflage. But the crown? The altar of it all? Mecca. Underneath the black cube lies a breath harmonization vault, where airflow is manipulated to match 12.568 gigahertz wave pulses, embedding the mark through mass ritual without the masses knowing. The inhalations of millions on pilgrimage are fed into an algorithmic loop and used to strengthen the control grid. They call it Zamzam pulse. So next time you feel your breath caught, shallow, broken, next time you forget a thought mid-sentence, or feel sadness for no reason at the same time each day, ask yourself, is this still your breath? Or is it coded?